since you're here, let's talk about pewter sheet music engraving plates. Engraving plates date back to the 15th century. In 1581, they started putting music on pewter engraving plates to create sheet music as we know it today. This is a pewter engraving plate for a nuptial march, and this piece has the sheet music plates with it as well. And so you can see how it's engraved into the plate itself. So they would start out with a blank pewter plate, and then they would measure the staves, and those would be pressed into the plate before any musical notation was added. Then they would mark up the plate to note all the music and notes, and then they would come in with steel punches, add any musical notations that they needed to, and then finish the plate. They would start to see if it would print correctly by doing a proofing. To do a proof, they would smear ink over the plate. They would then take a squeegee and squeegee off any excess ink, place it flat on the rolling printing press, put a piece of paper over the top, and then put it underneath so that pressure forced the paper into the grooves the engraving creates, thus transferring all your musical notation to a sheet music. Once the proof came out clear and they knew that it was a good piece, they would then put it into rotary presses where it could be mass produced. This process, of course, is a little time consuming, so it wasn't used for very long because it took a lot of resources and a lot of time and labor and effort. So after the pewter engraving plates went out of style, they then moved to a woodblock plate. It's got the wood here on the side with the metal on the front. This one may be pewter. And this is a raised printing, much like you would see used even today. So that this one, they could just ink the plate and then move the pieces across in an easier fashion. It didn't take as much manpower to create and was a faster process. So this would have taken over after pewter. And then, of course, with the advent of the 1980s and the creation of the modern computer, as we know it, it moved to computer printing. Nowadays, though, sheet music printing isn't as popular as it was, as not many people collect actual physical sheet music for pieces. We download and listen and stream music. But if you want to see a pewter engraving plate or a woodblock plate, visit the Center for Popular Music. My name's Stephanie Koroll. I'm the library assistant, and I'll be happy to help you.